Alrighty. Let me just get organized. I'm not quite there yet. Hi Don, hi Dan, can you hear me okay? We just had the fire alarm going off in the house. We got a refurbished dryer last weekend because ours died. And the thing on the back doesn't stay on and it's noisy. We're taking it back, but for some reason it's put off our fire alarm. I don't know why. So we have it off. So you're gonna hear that beep beep in the background. That's just because it's been reset. I'm still working on the same copy from earlier. All right. I've been caking all my yarn. Legs here. That's what I've been doing all afternoon. I had a squirrel moment. I'm supposed to be making the Fun Bobby tutorial, but no, I'm playing with my yarn. All right, let me grab my book. And my pen. So this class isn't going to be a long class. This bag is so fast to cut out and so fast to make. Like seriously, how cute. Now I'm not going to be doing a crossbody strap in my vinyl because I'm going to get another one of these chains. But I can explain to you, or you can make any kind of crossbody strap that you like. So. Alrighty, so who is cutting along with me today? Oops, we have Dawn. I think Dawn is. I know she's making, oh look at, I got grease all over me. Hi Annie, Dawn, Diane, Annie. Hey, this pen has different colors on it. I never even noticed that before. Dawn and Karen. So Dawn is, Karen, or I think Karen is too. Dawn is. Diane is. Are you guys ready to learn how to do a drop-in lining? Hi Lauren. You're just watching? Are you going to be making this one at all, Lauren, do you think? I mean, it's pretty cute. This is glitter vinyl. I'm doing the next one in white glitter vinyl. I love it. Okay, while we're waiting for people, let me just get out of knitting mode and into sewing mode. And coffee mode. And again, I apologize for the beeping. It's because my fire alarm was just going off. It was funny because I know what's causing it, but both my grown boys were running outside. They've got the dogs on leashes, they got the cats, and they got the photo albums. Got them trained well, but the house wasn't on fire. It's just the stupid, new to us dryer. It just shows what happens when I cheap out. Now, Dawn, did you do an open drop-in like this one is, or did you do a zipper top drop-in? I hate the zipper top drop-in. I can do it, but I don't like it. Hi, Kim. Are you going to be cutting along with us today? I don't believe it's already. I had a dryer fire last year. Yeah, it's not that it's running hot or on fire, but what it is we got it from almost like a liquidation world type place. So it was a dryer that had been refurbished, and it was a commercial dryer. And we figured, hey, commercial sounds good. I mean, we do a ton of laundry because of Riley and his girlfriend, both in healthcare, and they both do. There it goes again. Riley will get it. Both in healthcare, so we do a lot of laundry. So we managed to pick it up at this liquidation type world as a refurbished one, and it's super noisy. Our old one the bearings went in it, so we've already taken it to the dump. And the vent thing doesn't stay on, and yeah. but we are taking it back and exchanging it for another one that was just like our old one, another refurbished one. So hopefully it's a little bit better than this one. Oh, Kim, oh, you're not making this one, Kim? You would love this one, Kim. Yours was a new dryer, Diane? Oh my goodness. So yeah. Now that alarm, it's a carbon monoxide and a fire alarm, but it was saying fire, fire, fire. So I don't think it was carbon monoxide. So if I pass out, call 911. Penny Inn has a lot of pieces, Kim, but it's fun. It's a good one. Dawn, I do not like zipper drop-in linings either. Hi, Anna. How are you? Anna, you're making this one. I know you have a ton of these cut out already, don't you? So you're not cutting with us today? So far cutting with me, I have Dawn, Diane, and Karen. Does that sound right? Thank you, Riley. He's getting everything back to normal. Of course, they've got their work clothes in the dryer right now, and so he's trying to get that back on, and maybe we will have to take it back tomorrow and not wait till Saturday. You are doing this one too, Annie? Excellent. You are not going to believe how fast this is to cut out. Like, we'll probably be done in half hour, which is okay because then I get to go cake more yarn. I swear, I've been saving it forever. I got to decide what projects I'm going to make with it. Oh my goodness. I haven't even thought about what I'm doing for dinner tonight. Maybe we'll just order in. I'm really thinking Chinese food. We just won't tell my my registered dietitian that, okay? Anna. Anna's my dietitian, you guys. She helps me keep my blood sugars intact, and I know that Chinese food is not one of those things that will help that. But so yes, I apologize for the beep, beep, beep. It's just until that clears out. Riley has some doors open and everything, so it's not in this room at all. This room is completely fine. It's just in the laundry area, my old studio. Any questions about this before we get started? So if you watched the cutting tutorial already, you will have noticed that I cut a crossbody strap. I have it in my garbage here now. So I had an edge paint mishap because this was a 1-inch piece that you just folded in half and then stitched it along each side. I didn't let my edge painting dry enough, and then I tried to put my my slider on, and it scraped a whole bunch of that edge paint off. And I didn't feel like re-edge painting it. Like here, it's all like fallen off and everything. But then I went and remembered that I had this chain, and this is a 26-inch chain or whatever from Mabel bags. And seriously, it matches this so well. It's so vintage that I think I will make all of these with the crossbody strap with the chain now. And Emmeline Bags carries the chain and all of the finishes. So what we're going to be doing is modifications that I have made to this is we've added in these D-rings here to make it so we could add a strap, so you don't have to do that. These are 3/4 inch D-rings, and my handle I kept as per the pattern is 3/4 inch because a 1-inch handle just would be too bulky for this delicate bag. So this is the one time I am not changing it to 1 inch. You are more than welcome to change it to 1 inch if you like, but I think the 3/4 inch is perfect. Mistakes I made in this one, you can notice how my handle goes right to the end here, and that's because I did my flap different than the pattern as well. In the pattern, you attach this handle through all layers of the flap, and I didn't want my stitching to show on this side. So I just did it through the exterior part, but I didn't take into account, I did this, placed it the same measurements it said in the pattern, not taking into account that this would have been sewn already, so I should have went in a 1/2 inch more. So I wasn't able to top stitch right on my flap right here because my handle's in the way, but do you know what? It's okay because my handle hides that, but we won't do that this time. We will do it properly this time. Um, just catching it. Mark wants to know if he can use a machete to cut the vinyl for this purse. Daryl can do anything he likes, Anna. You ordered some chain today too? Awesome. Lauren, isn't crazy how fast things get out of control. Do you know what? I have so much, yeah. Today, I was supposed to be working on the Fun Bobby tutorial that I was hopeful to launch for Saturday. I may still get there if I work hard tomorrow, but if we're returning the dryer, it may be a day or two late. Again, it's a day or two late in my mind because it's my schedule and I make the schedule, so I have to be kind to myself and let myself know that I can give myself more time and I don't have to schedule myself so hard. So, all right, so who do we have in here so far? So I am pleased to announce that we have 30 members in this class. Yay, that's the biggest number. Well, no, I lied. Daryl's Drive, we had 34, so we're getting up there in numbers again, which is great. So all of you that do watch this in replay, remember you can always contact me if you have any questions. So here I have Anna, Annie, Dawn, Diane, Karen, Kim, and Lauren here right now. Am I missing anybody? And sewing or cutting with me today I have Annie, Dawn, Diane, and I believe Karen, because I was talking to her earlier. And Anna's already cut out. We hit 50 members, you guys. A lot of those are Beans Peeps, which is okay. So those are the base membership. So they just wanted to see a sneak peek at the tutorials. And I did give some away today. I only gave away 2 though. So we have, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 20 Beans Peep members. That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. You're ready? Awesome. Okay. So yes, we'll probably have this done within 20 minutes. It is so fast. Are there any questions about interfacing before we get into this? Is anybody planning on doing this in cottons? The pattern was written for cottons, but I'm not doing it in cottons. It's another reason why we're doing a drop-in lining, because a small bag done in vinyl, especially glitter vinyl, because it tends to stick to itself, is super hard to turn. There's no turning in this bag except for turning the exterior right side out, which was super easy. So the drop-in lining, I hope you're going to like it. We haven't done a drop-in lining in class yet, so this is the easiest bag to do a drop-in lining. The only thing that makes it a little bit hard is this back piece. We do use some double-sided tape to hold this in place. So if your machine is sensitive to double-sided tape, you'll just have to make sure we're keeping it out of the top stitch seam allowance, which we put the flap in a 1/2 inch down here. So if you did the double-sided tape at the bottom of the flap and then the top stitching, you should be perfectly fine. Or get some Dritz Wash Away Wonder Tape. That might work well for you. Or I've also heard like a glue stick. You could glue it in place, let it dry, and then it'll stick too. So, or hold in place as well, but you have to let it dry. So the interfacing, if you're doing it in cottons, for your exterior pieces, so your front and back and your gusset, you will definitely want to use Peltex or Decovil Heavy, because that is what gives the bag its structure. We're not using foam in this one. Because I'm using a thicker vinyl, I used EB Fuse Heavy, which is like Decovil Light, in place of the Peltex or Decovil Heavy, and it worked really good. My flap, I used Decovil Heavy, and then of course my cotton pieces is all EB Fuse Light or medium woven interfacing. Are there any questions about the interfacing for this bag before we get started? Again, I'll be leaving you guys for homework to cut out your interfacing, but you do not have to fuse your interface, like your exterior interfacings. You're going to leave to do it together. The only homework you're going to have is if you're using cotton linings, that you will put your woven interfacing on them, and that'll be the only homework, is your woven interfacing. Your main stabilizers we're going to save, and we're going to do them together in class, because I'm going to show you how to center them on perfectly, because your vinyl is thick. So Diane, decide if it looks like it's going to stand up on its own, you may not even need to interface it. So I said this one is, I don't know if you have felt the glitter vinyls from Galaxy Customs, And the EB Fuse Heavy Deckable light type material worked really good for me. So if you know what this feels like, then you kind of know how stiff it is. But if you're using really stiff marine vinyl, you may not even need to interface it. If I have hardware, I would do 1.5 inches if I wanted to fold in and hide raw edges, right, Brandy? For the 3/4 inch, yes, 1.5. So what you do is you take that 1.5 inches and you divide it by 2, and that is the side of your hardware. So if it's like 4 inches, no, that's wrong. Divide it by 4. It's 1.5 divided by 4. Wait, your hardware is 1.5 inches, Annie? That hardware is going to be really big for this bag. You probably don't want to use 1.5 inch hardware. I would say maximum 1 inch, but I would go 3/4 inch if I were you. This is 3/4 inch on it right now. And all it is for hardware are these D-rings that I've added in. Oh, it isn't thick? Your vinyl isn't thick, Diane. Okay. But it is thicker than cotton, right? I would use Deckable Light or EB Fuse Heavy. Yeah, Annie, so like if it's 1/2 inch hardware, it would be a 2. Yeah, because you take 2 divided by 4, and that's 1/2 inch because we're going to be folding it 4 ways, right? 1/2 inch would work okay. I think 3/4 inch is perfect though. Any other questions? Did I answer questions? I don't know if I did. I don't know if I was helpful. And that's just going to beep for a little bit, I think. Because we're catching the house on fire, apparently. Okay, so I am looking for my cutting chart. Where are you? Bear with me. I just did this pattern yesterday. You'd think I would know where my cutting chart was. No, maybe I just went by my pattern pieces. All right, are we ready to get started? Yeah, I just went by my pattern pieces. That's all we need. So let's start with our vinyl. So this one, I actually pulled out some scrap. This is a great scrap buster. Let me put my screen downwards to the table. Split table. Is that an okay view? So I pulled out scrap of more glitter vinyl. I don't remember what this one's called. Everybody can ask Anna. Wedding Chapel glitter, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so if you're going to do a crossbody strap and you're using 1/2 inch hardware, I recommend doing 1/2 or 1 inch and folding it in half, and then you will have a raw edge, and you can leave it raw or you can edge paint it. Again, you can decide. You could do a full crossbody strap if you wanted to, like a 1 inch. It's completely up to you. I'm going to be using a chain, so I'm not going to do a crossbody strap. Okay, yes, 1/2 inch will work. So you will be cutting your handle piece 2 inches. Wedding Chapel. Okay, perfect. So this is a scrap piece. So I'm glad I'm not doing a crossbody strap because I probably wouldn't have enough. So let's start drawing. So I'm going to pull out my main panel piece, my exterior exterior flap piece. I'm going to just measure out my handle. And, oh, my gusset, it's in my hand. I'm like, where's my gusset piece? And I'm holding it in my hand the whole time. Okay, so let's draw these out. So we want to draw out 2 of our main panels. Using a new pen. And you guys are going to be shocked how fast this is to cut out. I think this is going to be a really good seller too. There's a lot of excitement on my page from the one I posted. So, and I think this one only costs me like $30 or $35 to make. So I only have to charge like $130 for it. Because I usually take my supplies times 3. So this is a cute lower ticket item for my table. So I'm excited for that because as a purse maker, you guys all know it's hard to have a lower ticket item because you got to get your money's worth out of it, right? And this takes minimal time to do, so you actually make a good hourly wage with this one as well. Okay. Make sure my pen's not showing through. No, that's one. Let's do the second one. Anna, how many more sleeps until I see you? As you all know, I'm headed at the end of the month to see Anna. I'm staying with her for a couple nights. She's putting my parents and myself up, the poor girl. Actually, I should say poor Red. I hope he's ready for us. So thankful to have a friend to stay with, and I get to go pet all of her vinyls. Go to Galaxy Customs headquarters. And probably get to meet Karen, who is the last of my admins that I have not met in person. So that'll be fun. Okay, so there's my two main panels, and I'm just going to cross it off on here. Two exterior mains done. I'm going to have to do linings with that still. I'm going to go ahead and do one flap. We're almost done the exterior pieces already, you guys. So flap on the fold. Flip it over. So yes, I'll be constructing, we'll be doing the flap slightly different and not super different, just when we're attaching the handle. And you can decide if you want to do an interior zipper pocket. I was originally doing one just because I thought we were going to turn it. The pattern doesn't have one, but I will probably put one in anyways. 23 days and 17 hours. Well, and how many minutes? I'm kidding. Karen, I'll message you later. We have the dates that we will be staying in Port Birdwell. Is that what it's called? I think so. But yeah. Okay, so we have our two mains, our flap, and now we need to do two gussets. So the gusset is in two pieces, as you can see on this. See, we join it at the bottom here. So two of those, and look it, that's going to use this piece of scrap glitter vinyl up almost fully, which is amazing. So did everybody catch that we will only have 3 classes for Mabel? We don't have, it's not going to be a super long bag to make. So there's this class. We will meet next Thursday as well. And then the following Thursday, I believe, is the 18th. Is it the 18th? Yes, the Thursday before May long weekend. We're not going to have class that one. I'm going to go camping instead. Hope that's okay. And then we will finish it up the last Thursday of the month. Not the last Thursday of the month. The 4th. Yeah, the last Thursday of the month on the 25th. So we will have 1 week off at one time. Which is kind of nice because we do have that long weekend in there. Is there a long weekend in May for the States, for the US? We have Victoria Day on the 22nd, I believe it is. Whatever the Monday is. So we're going camping from the Wednesday to the Monday. So, okay, and then all I have left to draw is my zipper pocket here. And let me just measure the opening I did. Hi, Wanda. Wanda, are you going to be making this one? So if you guys want to do a zipper overlay, or if you're going to put a lining zipper in, just make your overlay so the opening where the zipper is, can I get this in there? It's only like 6 inches. So my whole overlay is 7 inches only. Okay, so you guys can decide if you're going to do a pocket. I think the pocket looks super cute in there. We don't have to leave the bottom open in that pocket because we are not turning this bag at all. So, okay, so I'm going to draw this out, and I said 6 inches for my opening. So I'm using my template, if you have a template, and I'm going to mark off the 6-inch mark right there. So I know where to draw this. Again, that thing's still beeping. My goodness. I'm glad it didn't catch fire, but. Okay, and then I'm just going to move this down to that line so I can make a smaller version of the overlay with only a 6-inch opening rather than the other. Just like so. Perfect. Okay, and then we can cut those out. That's it for the exterior. Oh no, we need the handle. I lied. The dotted line is for the interfacing you cut on the fold. Yes. They don't. That is for the interfacing, and I wouldn't. Oh yes, that is for the interfacing. We don't need to worry about that yet. Now we just need our handle piece. So for a 3/4 inch, where is my ruler? I'm actually going to cut mine a little bit shorter. I did 12-inch in my tutorial, but I'm going to go with the pattern and do 10-inch. So I'm going to draw out. Actually, I'm going to go 10.5 inches because I am folding in the edges because I don't want to have any raw edges. And so I will be folding them in by 1/4 inch. You may decide that you want to put strap ends on. That would be really pretty too. So I'm going to do 3 inches by 10.5 inches. In the pattern, I believe it just leaves them raw. But I don't feel like edge painting handles, and I don't like having non-painted edges. And then I'm going to also mark 1.5 center line for when we go to make this handle. So it's done. And how's that for using up that piece of vinyl? That's pretty good, hey? Oh, so your May long weekend is the weekend after ours then, Annie. Gotcha. I thought there was one there. Okay, so we can cut out these pieces. And I have gotten some stuff out of my scrap bin. I don't know, is this piece worth keeping? Yeah, it is. I'll put that in my smaller scrap bin because I'm terrible. So handle, that's everything. If you're doing your handle in cotton, you also will want to cut out the handle stabilizer piece with Peltex. Okay. Thank you, Dawn, for answering that question. I missed it. So again, the zipper pocket, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. So where is my little handy dandy tool here? That beeping's starting to get annoying. Holy moly. I swear, this is the only acrylic template. This one and the zipper overlays. That's all I ever use for acrylic templates, and I have so many. Oh, I like to use the necessary clutch wallet ones too. Okay. Oops, I didn't go all the way in. There's my overlay, so that can go in the done bin. 2 gusset panels, but we have to cut linings for these still. This one. Nice, another May baby, just like me. Anna is a May baby as well. My birthday was this last Monday. I am now 28. Okay, so there's my gusset piece. Put this aside so I can cut the lining pieces next. My flat piece. Feels good to get some stuff out of my stash. I'm trying really hard to use up my scrap cubby because it is overflowing. So I tried to give myself a goal of using up all of the scraps. Okay, so there is my flap. We still need to do the lining for that, so we will put this aside. And I have all of the colors of this glitter vinyl, and I honestly want to just make a whole bunch of Mabels out of it. Anna, which glitter are you using for your Mabel? I don't remember if you posted that or not. Today is my parents' 49th wedding anniversary. Not that they can see this, but happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. They're being super cute with lovey-dovey messages on Facebook. I love it. 49 years. They met in band class when they were 14 and 15 years old. Not crazy. Dad was a trumpet player. Mom's clarinet player. You're trying to organize your scraps, Kim? I actually got in, I have my basket of yarns here, and I'm trying to organize them by weight right now. Okay, so there's my 2 exteriors, main panels. We got to do the linings for those, so we'll put that aside as well. And I don't know. Is this worth keeping, you guys? Help me with my problem. Do I keep this or do I scrap it? Kim, get on those unfinished projects. Unfinished projects are more important than scraps. Guys, speaking of scraps, help me with my problem. Keep it or throw it? Keep it or throw it. It's 11 by 4. Do I have more of this glitter vinyl? I don't know if I have any more of this. I think this was the last of it, so. Keeps? Okay. Twist my rubber arm. I'm not going to keep this part though because I'm all cut into it. So that could be the bottom. I might have to order more glitter vinyl. Keep. Good for tabs. See, you guys are a great influence on me. All right. Exterior done. So what you will do now, we're not going to do this. You're going to decide on what your stabilizers are going to be for your exterior. So again, main stabilizer, if you're using cotton, you're going to want to use this pattern piece. Also, if you're using like Decaville Light or EB Fuse Heavy like me, you will want to cut it this way as well to be out of the seam allowances to avoid some of that thickness, especially for the drop-in lining. So for homework, cut whatever interfacing for your exterior you're going to be using. So for my gusset and my main stabilizer, I'm going to be using EB Fuse Heavy or Decaville Light. For my 2 flat stabilizer pieces, I'm going to be using Decaville Heavy or Peltex. You can see it gives it a really nice structure tab if you use that. So main parts, you can decide if you're going to use Decaville Heavy Peltex or Decaville Light or EB Fuse Heavy. And then of course the flaps, you're going to use Peltex. Okay, so that'll be homework to cut those. Okay, and onto the lining. Oh, where's my fabric for my lining? That's over here. So I so wish I bought more of this stuff because I don't think you can buy it at Dress-O anymore. I'm still on the shimmer stuff. I used the shimmer inside this one. That's the gray. I use the same gray in my Penny Inn. I'm just loving it. And I got this when I was shopping with Dawn and Anna in Vancouver in March. And I wish I bought more because they don't have any more. It was on clearance. I think we got it for like $12 later. Yes, my zipper overlay, the opening is 6 inches, Karen. And then only keep about a ½ inch on the sides. So it's not a super, or maybe it's about 3/4 of an inch on the sides here at the widest part. So this is the Starlight Metallics Maywood Studios. This one is, I don't think it tells us what color they are. It's green. I love this though. I gotta find more. Love it. And I think the white and the green is going to be super pretty together. Okay, so let's cut some of this. So we need 2 lining pieces, so we're going to cut them at the same time. We're going to fold this up upon itself like so, and I'm going to try to keep as much of this as I can because I will use this for something else. And then I'm going to fold it on a double fold so I can cut both at the same times. You do a 5/8 surrounding the opening. That should be good enough, Karen. Yeah. Our seam allowance in this bag is a ½ inch, if that helps you decide how big you want to make that. I got like felt pin all over my hands. Okay, so I got my 2 folds there, so I can cut 2 on the fold at the same time. Put that on the fold and go ahead and cut that out. Now, if you're using cotton, you're going to go ahead and you're going to back these with a medium woven interfacing. If you're using waterproof canvas, you don't have to interface it at all. This bag is very minimal interfacing. It's very minimal everything. I'm just in love with it. I don't know why it took me so long to make it. I mean, we didn't even have to buy the pattern. It was a free pattern. So good. Okay. So that's my 2 mains. And I think that's going to go really nice with this exterior. And that is the main panels done. Next, let's do our, I don't want to do this. I don't want to waste this fabric at all because I loves it so much. Okay, let's do our gussets. So we have to cut 2 of our gussets. So we're going to fold this up and we're going to cut 2 at the same time. Again, you're not cutting these on the fold. When you go to cut your exterior Peltex, you will fold this right there, and then you're going to cut it on the fold. So you will be getting a big piece of your exterior stabilizer. So it'll be on the fold, folded in there. Okay. So it won't be 2 pieces like this. It'll be like it's attached. It'll be one big long piece. Just make sure you fold that in to make it a little bit shorter and cut it out on the fold like so for your main stabilizer. Okay, but for the gussets, we're going to cut them in 2 pieces, not on that fold. Cut it out. All right, so there is the lining done. Okay, we need to do a 1 flap lining piece. So I'm just going to use my exterior piece like so. Use it as my template. Cut around it. Kind of want to do a market now to see how well this sells at market. Oh, while we're in here, everybody celebrate or congratulate Diane. She had her first market and she did very well. I'm bragging about you, Diane. Feel free to share with the group your successes. Okay, so there is the flap lining. And that is done. And again, for all your exterior stabilizers, do not fuse them on, we will do those together. Just do your woven interfacing along your lining. Hi, Rhonda. That's okay. We're actually almost done, believe it or not. Okay, and if you are doing a zipper pocket, I'm just going to guesstimate. We're going to cut our pieces, 2 pieces, and we can trim it up later. We're just going to do 7 inches by 6 inches. Nice and easy. Of our 2 lining pocket pieces. So 2 lining pocket pieces if you are doing that. Diane, I'm so proud of you for selling as many as you did. So proud of you. And I hope it helped build your confidence because your work is beautiful. Guys, the bag is cut out. And that is it. That is all we have to cut. So you can cut a crossbody strap if you decide to. Again, I'm going to order another one of these chains because I think this chain is perfect for it. And if you're just joining us, we are adding in these 3/4 inch D-rings so we can attach the crossbody or the shoulder bag. Yeah. What's the size for the zipper pockets? I just cut them 7 by 6, Karen. That doesn't have to be exact, just 7 inches by whatever. Yeah. You're not nervous for this next one, are you? Zipper pockets, 7 inches by 6 inches. And I have all this glorious stuff to use for another bag. I will be watching for this metallic stuff everywhere because I need more in my life. I have clients that have stolen some of it for their bags and I'm like, no, but it's in mine. That's okay. At least I get to play with it, right? I can only have so many bags myself. Wasn't that crazy fast? Like, I swear that took us maybe half an hour to cut out. And the interfacing will go super fast as well. Again, we're not doing the interfacing just because we will all be using different interfacing. Woven interfacings for homework. Yes, Diane got her first custom order for a Trailblazer. Anna, you know where to get this in Ontario? Is it by your house? Do I need to bring a second suitcase? Can you send me a link? I need to buy more. I want this in pink so bad. I don't know if it comes in pink. I loves it. I got it at Dresso, yes. Dawn and Anna and I were shopping at Dresso, and Dawn and I bought a bunch of it. I bought 1.5 meters of every color that they had. It was in the clearance section. And Dawn and I were carrying them all, and there's a lady following us. I think she wanted it too, but we were hoarding it. You got the pink? Did I get pink? I don't think I got pink. I'm trying to look at everything I got. I don't think I got pink. I got the blue, I got the red, I got the green, I got the gray. I didn't get the pink. I'm sad. It's close by, Anna. Like, we ditch my dad with red, and then you, me, and Mom go to the fabric store. Yeah. But yeah, Dawn and I were carrying all these bolts of this shimmer stuff, and there's a lady kind of waiting for us to get. Oh, it's red? Yeah, I have the red one. Yeah. And I think she stood in line behind us at the cutting table so she could get hers in as well. It was funny. It was a great shopping trip. A lot of fun. Yeah. So what do you guys think of that for a fast cut? And I can tell you, if I hadn't been shooting the tutorial, and if I'm not showing somebody, I swear this will only take 2 hours to make. It's faster than a wallet, especially with the drop-in lining. So I'm excited for this one, because if you're doing production sewing, you can bang these out so fast. And if you choose the right, like, I'm hoping people love the glitter as much as I do. I don't know, but I may make those in all the glitter vinyls, and they could be like my feature item the next craft fair season. I did that with the classic handbag. I had like 5 of them or 6 of them. It's how many ever is on my Facebook group. I have the cover photo of them, and that was like the highlight of the top shelf of my market table, and they all sold. So Rhonda, it's not on their website, but I don't know if they put the clearance on their website, and that was like the end of March, so it's probably all sold. It was like $13 a meter, I think. I don't know. Do you remember, Dawn? I have found it online, just a few colors at like Along Came Quilting out of Alberta, but it's like $22.99. I'll have to check Catches here, but it'll be expensive there too. But, yeah. Any questions about the cutting of the bag? I mean, it's only a 45-minute class this time, but it's so fast to cut out. Yay. That was super fast, hey? Yeah, I did that last night, Dawn, and I did find it in some places, but it was more expensive. And it's so cheap. And it wasn't the colors that I really wanted. I really wanted to get some more of the gray. I love this green, but I still got quite a bit left, so. Oh, and I got the orange. I'm using that in my class Penny Inn as well. It is called Starlight Metallics by Maywood Studios. And it has such a nice feel to it too. Like, it doesn't feel like your average quilting cotton. That's probably because of the glitter in it. But I'm using it in everything lately. Did everybody cut? Is everybody cut out and good to go? No questions? This would be an amazing beginner bag too. Again, we are the drop-in lining. That's what I'm kind of glad about it, is it is a simple bag, and that we get to explore drop-in linings, which in the year and a bit that we've been doing these classes, we have yet to do a drop-in lining. So with this being an open top drop-in lining, easy peasy. If it was a zipper drop-in lining, I would be trying to find a different way to do it. But this is gonna work good. All done? Perfect. Yep, all cut out. Amazing, huh? So if you get a chance, do watch the tutorial. I posted it this afternoon, just to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing. And I don't know, I kind of want to keep it for myself. Look how cute it is. It's too small for me though. So yeah, I hope it inspires everybody to make one. I mean, I just love it. All right. Are there any questions before we call it? I don't think we've ever had a class go this fast. Well, I guess Tuesday, our Penny Inn class was only an hour as well, but it was pretty easy to cut out too. Penny Inn class, we did the interfacing as well. Have you never done a drop-in lining before, Rhonda? It'll be fun. If you've ever done the High Wraith or the Rudinasia by Lavender and Twine, we're using that drop-in lining method. That's where I learned to do drop-in lining, so that's the way I do them. Willow Creek Quilts. I don't know that one. I'll have to look it up. Okay, so yeah. Happy interfacing. Again, just do your woven interfacing and just cut your exterior interfacings. If you have any questions about what interfacings I would recommend you use for the fabrics you're using, feel free to reach out. Yeah, and as I said in the cutting video, I discussed it as like we're going to birth this bag. I did change my mind after the fact for drop-in lining, and I had ended up talking about it, going, why would we birth it? Drop-in lining makes so much more sense. So, oh well, that's not too bad, Dawn. Awesome. So Rhonda, once you practice with this one with the drop-in lining, you'll definitely want to do one of the Lavender or Twine drop-in linings, and it's so easy. So easy. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to go figure out what we're doing for supper then. I'm going to go see if I can get that dryer working again, so Riley actually has clean scrubs for work. I don't know if Willow's here and if it's her scrubs as well. I don't know. So, hey. Everybody have a great weekend. Reach out if you need me. And we are only a 45-minute class. It feels kind of weird, doesn't it? Usually we're trying to rush through. Everybody got done at the same time, which is amazing. Cutting this one out is a breeze. So, all right. Okay, and Rhonda, I will hopefully have the Fun Bobby tutorial posted this weekend. I'm not sure if it'll be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I was supposed to work on it today and I played with my new yarn instead. I'm sorry. Good night, everybody, and I will see you later. Yeah, see you next week. Bye, guys.